The next chapter is association rules and collaborative filtering. So what are association rules? Okay, so association rules are rules that identify relationship among choices that people make. So if somebody chooses X and that person chooses Y as well. Okay, customers who bought X also bought Y. So what things go together with what other things? So that's what we try to do here. And these are transaction based or event based analysis. Okay, and this is an unsupervised method because there is no target here. We're just trying to figure out associations among different objects. So we have to have the data set must be a transaction data. Okay. And this is also called affinity analysis, affinity between different objects. So we study the customer transaction databases and we try to extract the relationship among the different purchasing choices. And this is used, we see in many online stores, when you make a purchase or when you're trying to look for buying something, and there are suggestions given, like people who looked at this, they also looked at this and this and this. So these are based on association rules. So association rules will look something like this: identification of items that occur together. Like associations are written in this form. This is called a rule. A means B. A follows B, right? Or if A, then B. So that will be like a antecedent and consequent. So where A on the left hand side is called the antecedent and B on the right hand side is called consequent. So both sides of an association rule can contain more than one item. Like you can have A, B and C, then D and E. So A, B, C will be your antecedent and D and E then is your consequent. But one thing that must be true is that the antecedent and consequent must be disjoint. That there shouldn't be anything common. You can't say if A, B, C, then A, because A is already there in the antecedent. So one rule here is that antecedent and consequent must be mutually exclusive. So sequence discovery is another specific methodology where you look at in what sequence things happen, right? One step further than association discovery. Association discovery simply says, what things go together. But in sequence discovery, you're talking about a particular chronology of events happening. So it takes into account the ordering of the relationship. So rule A, B implies that the event B occurs after A has occurred. So, for example, customers who hold on to an index fund, 15% of them will open an international fund the following year. So customers who purchase a new computer will then purchase a laser printer the next month. So it's like sequence. One thing happens first and then the other thing happens at a later time. So that is sequence discovery. Market basket analysis is a very popular methodology approach. So generalized association rule. So it uses again a transaction, but it goes one step further than association in the sense that it looks at item subcategories and categories as well. So association rule computes the support a combination of products, right? But MBA, market basket analysis, generates rules for subcategories and categories of products. So for example, Cheerios means skim milk, or that would be association. So these things go together. Whereas Market basket analysis, it talks about not just a particular product, but a group of products. Breakfast cereal means milk. So it's a little broader than association rules.